He's a lovely looking horse for a start. You can see he's a very nice moving horse, very easy moving horse, and we thought he's had decent form, and we're hopeful that he might be able to improve as he gets older. Definitely looked like a horse that could win again the last time he ran. It's possible we'll change the distance he's running over as well. We might end up running him over 6 or 5 furlongs. He hasn't been with us very long, and he's been on a short holiday, but as you can see, he looks fantastically well. He's very well in himself. Very happy horse, always pleased to see us, and he's been a pleasure to deal with so far. When they're going 7 straight, it's more like a long sprint race, and I think that was sapping his stamina a bit. So, as I say, I'm hopeful that there's definitely some improvement in him. We've had lots of luck with buying this type of horse and getting them to step up on what they've done already for other trainers, especially from some of the bigger yards.
Inside the final half furlong, Lir Speciale leads now by a length and a half, racing up towards the line. A big win for Lir Speciale. In second came Satin Snake, and in third was Soraba.
He won very well that day in what was a fairly slowly run race, so over 7. So as I'm saying, this is the thinking behind maybe we bring him back in distance, is that if he can win like that in a slowly run race, then we think that it might be some potential going forwards to go 6 furlongs with him. What we're looking for an athletic horse, and we're looking for some overprint when they're walking, so that they look like they're pushing themselves forward from behind. We're also looking that the legs are very much going in one direction, from the shoulder through the knee, through the ankle and to the foot. It's slightly less important with an older horse that happens if they've already got form already, but he is fairly correct in all those departments. You know, he's a very good looking horse. So we've kind of got the whole package here. We've got a good looking horse who's athletic, who's already shown a decent level of form. You need to have a willing horse, and he's shown, if anything, that he's very willing. You know, he's always on the bridle in his races and willing to go forward, which is another reason why I think that maybe he could come back in distance a bit. I think that would be an easy thing for him to do, would be to come back in distance and still travel strongly. Yeah.
Feels like a nice horse, yes. Like, you know, and obviously, like, if you watch, like, his form, like, is done well, and it's like really nice mover. It feels like if he can improve as well. So hopefully, if you look at his pedigree, it can say like he got quite speed in his pedigree. So. Obviously, like watching his previous races, like and everything, he won over 6 and over 7. So like, yeah, I think he got speed on his legs.
We've just recently bought him from the Horses in Training autumn sales, which is a huge sale. It's one of the biggest of the year, and so he was purchased from Book 3. So I think Stuart's well known for having sort of taken horses from the Horse in Training sales and sort of improving them. And the most recent being Quinault, I think, was from last year, and yeah, he sort of did fantastic for us. He seems like he's got sort of a really exuberant character. So he sort of came in, wasn't fazed by anything, settled into our routine fairly quickly, ate up, which is a great sign. So yeah, so he sort of came in bossing it. So yeah, which you like to see. Obviously, we're still getting to know him, but I think that's a great thing about being able to train this side of town. It's so much quieter. It is a lot more relaxing. So I think, yeah, I think we want to try and keep his character of coming out every day happy and excited, but sort of keep a lid on it and keep him sort of calm for his galloping mainly. So, yeah.
Well, we tend to go a bit further with them than we would up Warren Hill. So Warren Hill is obviously about 4.5 furlongs long, whereas we use that farm canter, which is, we tend to go to the 6, 7. So they tend to do a little bit more work up there. It is a lot quieter here. There's a small team and a smaller number of horses, and definitely a smaller string. And I think that sometimes for the more buzzier horses definitely helps settle them down. I wouldn't know what he was like previously in the string, but you know, he has shown a bit of sort of bounciness about him. So yeah, I hope that, you know, he can settle down here and enjoy his work. He's a good eater, he's always happy in his work. I wouldn't know too much about what he's like in the field because he's just got back from his holiday and obviously I've not seen him there, but he did get turned out earlier today and he had a good old buck and a chuck around the field.
What a good boy. What a good boy you are. What a good boy you are. What a good boy. Hey? Oh, here he is. Come on. Come on. There we go. Good boy. Hey, hey, hey. Good boy. So we're really excited to have this horse in the stable. It's the first horse that's going to be in partnership with Racing TV and Raceshare, and we're very proud of the fact that they've chosen us to take on this project. I think one of the reasons for that is our record of improving horses from different yards when they come to us, as we did with Quinault this year. It's going to be slightly difficult for him to win 7 handicaps this year, but we've done it before with other horses. We've picked horses up from other stables and improved them throughout the year, and I think it's a feather in our cap that we're a medium-sized stable. We can tailor their training individually, and I think it suits some horses to be in a smaller yard. Well, basically, when you're looking at the horse in training sale, the most important thing is that they're sound. One indication of that is that they've run recently. So that was one of the plus points for him, that he'd run one of the best races of his life recently before the sales. So it's very important that we pick a sound horse. Physically, he is a strong, good-bodied horse with a nice walk and a good push from behind, which suggests he's going to be a short-distance horse. Now, he's done most of his running over 7 furlongs. He has won over 6, but I think there's mileage in us coming back to 6 furlongs at some stage with him and running a little bit more in line with his pedigree than he has been doing lately. We're stepping back up into work gradually and then just measure his fitness as we go along. We use the Ariano measuring equipment, so we know exactly how much they're doing with heart rates and speed monitors, cadence and stride length and stuff like that. It's another indicator of, it's not black and white, but it's an indicator of what distance they want to run over. So when we get into the stage where we're doing some faster work with him, that will just give us another reassurance that we're doing the right thing going forwards. He's running a couple of those big field handicaps at Ascot, where they are very difficult to be on the bridle in them, and he was on the bridle early on, and that makes it difficult to get home then, and he ended up finishing out the back in both of those races. But I think that might be a different case if we end up dropping him back in distance. I'm hopeful that there'll be a different outcome.